right, everyone, good afternoon. Good afternoon. My name is Lieutenant Nathan Folden, and on behalf of Fire Chief Dexter Mangbot and members of Portsmouth Fire Rescue and Emergency Services, I'd like to welcome you to our 2024 Spring Promotional Ceremony. At this time, I would like you, everyone that is able to, please stand as our color guard presents the colors for the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you all. You may be seated. At this time, I'd like to welcome to the podium our Mayor, Shannon Glover.
Thank you, sir. For sure, this is the best part of the job of being mayor, when we get to recognize our finest, our workers here in the city of Portsmouth. I want to thank you, family and friends, and all who are in attendance today. Thank you guys for coming out to celebrate this important occasion. Ladies and gentlemen, good afternoon. Today, we gather to celebrate and honor the bravery, dedication, and unwavering commitment of our city's finest, our firefighters. It is with immense pride and gratitude that I stand before you today to congratulate several of our dedicated professionals who are being promoted to higher positions within the department. As mayor, I have the privilege of witnessing firsthand the incredible sacrifices of our firefighters. They make many each day. I just heard a story from a citizen the other day who had fallen out of a wheelchair, and they talked about how the firefighters handled them with such great care, took them and put them in the emergency vehicle, and after getting them stabilized, drove them all the way home and took their time to take the wheelchair out of the vehicle and make sure that citizen was okay. Those are the kind of things that you all do each and every day. Our firefighters are the unsung heroes who selfishly rush towards danger when others flee, putting their lives on the line to protect us. Their courage knows no bounds, and their resilience in the face of adversity is truly remarkable. Today, as we recognize those who are stepping into new roles of leadership within our fire department, we acknowledge not only their individual achievements, but also the strength and unity of our entire Portsmouth firefighting family. On behalf of a grateful city council and the citizens of this great city, congratulations once again to our promoted firefighters. May you continue to shine brightly as examples of hope, courage, and strength in our community. Thank you.
Thank you, Mayor. At this time, our city manager, Mr. Stephen Carter, would you please come to the stand?
Good afternoon. It is always my privilege to stand before a group of brave men and women and to see them move forward in their careers. I know the difficulty it takes getting through the ranks of the fire department is by no means an easy task. But to see young men and women move forward and move their career forward, but also move their dedication forward to this city and to this fire department, it's always special to be here with you. Let me say from the bottom of my heart how grateful I am to be a part of your team. You are the finest that we have. And I really appreciate the dedication, the hard work, and the sacrifice that you guys make on a daily basis. I can't talk to you just about bravery because you do that every day. Can't talk to you just about sacrifice because you do that every day. But I can talk to you about the commitment that you have shown through your bravery and through your sacrifice. So again, I say thank you, but most importantly, I say congratulations to you and your families who have supported you through this. It's no small feat, but it's one to be celebrated. So for everyone, as you're getting your promotions today, don't let that be the end, but continue to work hard so that you may achieve that next promotion. God bless you, and continue to be brave.
Thank you, Mr. Carter. At this time, our Fire Chief, Mr. Mangabat.
Good afternoon. What an exciting day, right? Yes. So the first thing we must do is recognize those that have taken their time out, our city leaders, to come out and celebrate with us when it comes to the fire and emergency services. So you've already met the mayor. So we have Mayor Shannon Glover here supporting us. So yeah, so we have Portsmouth First Citizen, who's also Councilman Mark Hugel, Admiral Mark Hugel. And we have DeAndre Barnes, who has served in many roles within the city, from school board to an advocate in the community, former vice mayor. He has been a strong young leader of his generation in Portsmouth, so we want to definitely welcome him also. And you heard from my boss, Mr. Stephen Carter, is a man of showing true leadership. I think he is going to set the bar high for all of us. I had a meeting after our department head meeting with staff, and I told them it was a new day. You know, I try to hold the standard of leadership and accountability and making sure we were fiscally responsible. And when I got out of that meeting, I felt like that we were still missing something. So we pulled together our finance team immediately after that meeting, and we're going to hit the ground running. So let's welcome Mr. Stephen Carter. Yeah, so, you know, leadership is all about mentors, right? So there are a lot of mentors that may come up above you, with you, below you, but you always have to recognize them too, right? So from the city of Chesapeake, the fire chief, Sam Gulisano, who's here, thank you for coming out. We worked together for over 20 years, very parallel in our careers. And they say that Portsmouth stole me away, but I told them that they paved the way for Sam to take over. So I'm just glad he's here to see this promotional ceremony. So thank you, Sam. So as far as mentors, you know, we have a chief officer who was part of the Portsmouth family and really is part of the Portsmouth family because his brother is getting recognized. And he was here as a lieutenant a couple years ago and has been a part of the positive movement within our organization. And he was one of those guys that always wanted to seek higher and higher. So his name was Lieutenant Ryan Gray, but he is now Fire Chief Ryan Gray from Columbus, Nebraska. So he's back there. Welcome. Yeah, so also in the audience, there's people that have paved the way for all of us here, especially, I know Deputy Chief Justin Arnold. We have a few chief officers that have retired. We have a firefighter here that's retired. So we have former Deputy Chief David Harrington with us, so we welcome him. And retired battalion chief also here. So we really appreciate him coming out. And where did you come from again? How far did you come out? Shenandoah Valley, yeah. So welcome up. And we have a couple other retirees. If you'd stand up, I kind of like lost you there. So if you're here, yeah. So well, thank you for coming out. And I talked about we lost Ryan Gray to bigger and better. We also had an EMS manager who was here for many years in the city, I believe 27 years. She is now the Deputy Chief of EMS in Virginia Beach, Chief Amy Ward. She's in the back. She knows too, so thank you. All right, so now let me get to what I was going to talk about, because I had to do all that by memorizing. So if I missed you, I'm very, very sorry. But I wanted to really share about leadership and the folks that are coming up in our organization, because they're very important, because they are chosen to take over or be the future of our organization. So there are so many leadership qualities out there that it was hard to really pin like which ones would be the best for me to talk about. But I thought it's May. It's Mental Health Awareness Month, and I thought about how, as these new leaders are coming up, how they can preserve themselves mentally and physically to be able to take on these new roles and make it a sustainable, survivable, and healthy career with that. So wanted to leave a few comments with where the environment can really change the trajectory of where you go as a leader. So we all know that life and the environment has really taken away a lot of our peace of mind, right? So it's kind of like you used to have like a half cup full of life and being able to manage stress. But I think most people in society today, their cups are full. Everyone is going through something in their lives. And I just think it just takes one little trigger to push that cup over full. And as a leader, we all know it's about your leadership resilience. And I think the resiliency has to be owned by each leader. So I looked at what are some of the common things that really affect leadership, including myself, and I speak to the deputy fire chiefs all the time about how are we able to sustain true leadership without the distractions of the world. So social media, the internet, trolling Amazon for buying things, all of those areas there, I think, is a change in today's society, right? It's just overloading us. So I thought about how in the world why is it doing that? Why does it seem like it's taking us over in our thoughts and our ability to be resilient and maintain our stress levels lower than below normal, right? So I think about and hear about and read a lot about the analytics of a program, right? It's like Amazon, for instance. You can search for something, or you can search Google for something, and all of a sudden you open your Amazon account and everything's being suggested for you. It's almost like programming you on what you should buy next, right? Then it suggests, well, other people bought this, and then you go out there and spend. So we know for a fact that analytics is playing a big role and how we are being programmed ourselves, right? So social media is a same aspect. You always was told that you always become what you spend the most time on, right? So I spend a lot of time at church. I know the guys sometimes get tired of me trying to ground everybody that's in my circle, but that's who I am. And there's a lot of people that are in social media that's who they're becoming. And I think as leaders, it's a good example, or is a good understanding to share that you as a leader need to monitor how you are going to be programmed from these analytics, right? So I'll give you an example. My wife, she likes social media, and she loves German Shepherds. She asked me the other day, why is it every post that comes up on my page, German Shepherds? And I said, you probably searched it, and you probably watched it, and it comes to you all the time. So if you take one subject, whether it's something you're buying or something that you're searching that may capture your attention, those analytics will program you and tell you this is where it is, good or bad. So I want the new leaders here to remember that you're responsible for how you take this information in, how you are programmed when it comes to your character and how you interact with people, how you are leading your own company, because that is the expectation that the organization has of you. So just be mindful, stay resilient, and make sure that you monitor and don't let anyone program you to that point where you don't really want to be, okay? So the last thing I want to leave you with is, as a leader, it always says a leader is a good listener, and that is true. And there's listening through verbal communication, but I will tell you, your lessons in life as a leader will be more on the physical cues. And if you don't hone that skill, you'll likely lose people that you're trying to lead, because in their behavior, in the way they act, in the way they look at you, in the way they may roll your eyes at you, you may not pick up on that if you're not paying attention or listening for those physical cues. And I think that's where, as leaders, it's probably one of our biggest weaknesses, is we always want to hear what we want to hear, but sometimes the true fact of the matter is we need to see what we're actually seeing. So I want to congratulate all of the captains and the lieutenants that are going to take the reins and take us to the next level for Portsmouth Fire Rescue and Emergency Services. The citizens are in dire need of good leadership spread throughout the city, not just the department. But I know for a fact that you all will continue to grow yourselves and become those leaders. So congratulations, and I'm stepping down. Thank you.
Thank you, Chief. Thank you, everyone. At this time, Will, James, and Dennis, please come to the front with your badge pinners. To my left, stage right. And Chiefs as well, if you would like to be up here to my left to receive them, that would be wonderful. All right, as everyone's moving, I'm going to get into the bios that each of our newly promoted have presented to us, starting with Mr. Atkins here. Will Atkins was born March 19, 1990 in Chesapeake, Virginia, to parents Wanda Atkins and the late pastor William Atkins Sr. William has two sisters, Shakira and Latasha, who have always been supportive, as well as a host of other family and friends. In 2021, he became a father to his daughter Selena, which changed his life entirely. William joined the fire department in 2014 after the passing of his father on Highland Avenue, citing a desire to have a career where helping people was the main goal. On his off days, Will is either in the gym, traveling, or being bossed around by little Selena. William would like to thank each family member and each member from the department. He says P-Town is truly a family. The support and guidance received through the promotional process and each day on shift will never be forgotten. Today, Will is being penned by his mother, Wanda Atkins, and his daughter, Selena Mae Atkins. James Gray. James is a devoted husband to his wife, Jenny Gray, since June of 2013. They are proud parents of two beautiful kids, Brody, 13, and Callie, 10. His journey in the fire service began in 2008 as a volunteer with the Driver Volunteer Fire Department, and he jumped into his career with the Portsmouth Fire Department in July of 2013. He has dedicated his life to serving others and reaching new heights within the department. Outside of work, James treasures spending time with his family, shuffling through Brody's baseball games and practices, as well as nurturing Callie's dreams of showing and riding horses. He's being penned today by his brother, Fire Chief Ryan Gray, his wife, Jenny Gray, and of course, his kids. Mr. Dennis Holmes. Dennis Holmes started his career with the Portsmouth Fire Rescue and Emergency Services in April 2020. Dennis joined the fire department with 6 years of experience with Newport News Shipbuilding Fire and Rescue. During his time in the department, Dennis has been assigned to Engine 1 and Truck 1 on the C shift and holds multiple certifications for many of the specialty teams within the department, including the Regional Hazmat Team, the Tech Rescue Team, and the Marine Incident Response Team. Dennis is currently assigned as a lieutenant on Engine 3 on the C shift where the Hazmat Team is located. Dennis is being penned today by his parents, Dennis Holmes Sr. and Miss Joyce Holmes. Ladies and gentlemen, if you have your badges ready, you may pin your loved ones. Thank you so much. And if you would all, before you all sit down, can we have everybody condense in with the Chiefs for a picture from Captain Kirk there, please? Get everybody together. Squeeze on in there. I say Captain Kirk. I did. Beautiful. Thank you all. You may have your seats. Appreciate it. William, it's your turn, sir. Please come up here with your family. William Marshall, Bill as we know him. Will's been a dedicated member of the Portsmouth Fire Department for 17 years and is currently assigned to Engine 3 alongside a great group of highly driven and talented individuals. Throughout his career, Bill has served as a field training officer in the 2nd Battalion, as an officer on the Southside Regional Hazmat Response Team, and has graduated from the Hampton Roads Fire Officers Academy, as well as representing the city and the department in numerous conferences and training opportunities. Alongside his parents, Kathy, and Bill Marshall Sr., are his penners, Brinley Painter and Bill's loving wife, Stephanie Marshall, who's currently carrying their son. This is a momentous occasion, not just a celebration of professional accomplishment for Bill, but also a joyous milestone in the Marshall family's personal life. Ms. Stephanie, please pin your captain. And then to Captain Kirk for the photos all together, please.
Yeah, just throw this one. Here's mine right now. There you go.
Thank you all very much. Last and certainly not least is Brian McIntosh. Brian joined Portsmouth Fire Rescue and Emergency Services in December of 2018 following a 16-year career as a lieutenant with the Chesapeake Fire Department. Brian serves on several regional and state EMS committees and serves as a program director for the Hampton Roads Regional EMS Academy. He holds college degrees, including a Master of Public Administration from Bellevue University and a Bachelor of Sciences in Health Sciences from Old Dominion University. Brian was promoted to the manager of EMS in January 15 of 2024 and is being pinned by his husband, Donnie Dial. Donnie, please pin your husband. And then all together with the Chiefs free photo, please. Thank you all very much. You may be seated. And at this time, we'll throw it back to Chief Mangbot for his closing remarks. Tag, you're up again. Yes, sir.
All right. I didn't think it was going to happen that fast. I'm back up here. I totally forgot what I was going to say. So, what I will say is that as leaders, we all have to have a leadership motto, right? So there's something that we have a strength in that we need to carry that as we mentor others, teach others, and also be that leadership example for others. So several years ago, I was in a training class at the National Fire Academy, and it was for executive fire officer. It was a leadership course. It's a nationwide course where a lot of chief officers aspire to go because it teaches a curriculum that has a standard, which is accredited. And with the standard, it brings a true national standard to the fire service. As active participants or active officers in the nation, the last count I saw was around 6,000, which lets you know that it's a pretty prestigious course to get into, and it's a course that separates some of the leadership qualities through that selection process. And in the state of Virginia, I believe it was just under 300 actual chief executive officers out of this curriculum, right? So, which is good, is that, you know, in Portsmouth, I know we have at least 3 chief executive officers out of that program, which we want to continue to build with that. So in your last leadership class, you have to create this motto. And I want to share my motto because I know I haven't fallen short on it. So my motto was always to grow others. And the idea behind growing others is that first you had to be able to grow yourself, and you have to continue to grow yourself in order to grow others. So it's more of a multi-step process. So my message to our new officers is that find your motto, stick with it, and I believe that not only will you become a better person at it, you will be able to reflect that through your example, through your actions, and through your ability to lead others at a higher standard. So with that, please, our newest officers, please remember, grow yourself and grow others. Thank you.
Thank you, Chief, very much. I'd like to thank everyone for coming out tonight, or this afternoon, excuse me, to celebrate with us. I don't have it in my notes. Were there refreshments tonight for the families? Fifth floor refreshments in the break room on the 5th floor. If you're interested, please come join us. Other than that, thank you again for coming out and spending this time to celebrate with us. Y'all go have fun, celebrate with your families as well. Take care. Thank you very much.